you know, decides to get the rest out. Now, he's hit this shot actually too well. He's obviously playing to swing the white round the two cushions to miss the kiss on the green to come back down for the reds. But he's hit it so sweet, he's ended up getting the kiss on the green. I mean, this was, to get so much action on the cue ball to kiss the green was a good shot in itself. But of course, not deterred by that, the red to the right of the screen where the two reds are, he decides to have a go at this and screw back into baulk. I mean, we've seen two great shots, we're now going to see another one. The only reason probably he went for this pot, with the green sticking over the middle pocket, he knows he's going to be on a colour, so wherever he screws back off this red, as long as he gets the white past the blue spot area, he knows he's got an element of safety. And of course, he just hit it just absolutely perfectly. I mean, we've seen three pots there that you probably won't see in the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, wonderful stuff, but despite that, of course, he let the young man back in again. Now, Higgins effectively clinched the frame with a green. Now, was this a fluke or was it not?
Well, it definitely was a fluke, but in saying that, they're always on. Whenever you're playing this shot, you're playing the white in to get behind the brown. The green is obviously going to go across the table towards the pocket. Now, I would say if you played that shot 10 times, you'd probably get that shot 3 times. But what he's doing, you see, is playing the snooker and the green in behind the black spot area. But it's always on. I mean, it is a fluke because he didn't say, well, I'm going to play that shot. But it happens many, many times, and we know they're on. And he did acknowledge with a shake of his hand there that he didn't actually play the pot. But subconsciously, that's always on.
You said before the start, Willie, that had this not been a quarter-final in front of TV cameras, you might have thought that Higgins would take white. Here we are at the mid-session interval, 2 apiece. Have your views changed at all?
They have now, it's 2 each. I mean, at 3-1, I think Jimmy might have run away with it because I think he's definitely scoring more fluently than John Higgins. But if John can just stop missing the easy shots, because his long game is almost as good as Jimmy's. I mean, he's potted some wonderful long balls, John Higgins, and he does score quite fluently, as we've seen throughout this tournament. But if he just cuts those little easy misses out, Jimmy White could be in for a scare.
Tell you what, it's riveting stuff. We're going back to Antwerp in just a couple of moments here on Sky Sports.
You're watching Sky Sports.
So, 2 frames all, and as you can see, the contenders waiting in the wings. Young John Higgins against the experienced and exciting Jimmy White. The place in the semi-finals awaits the winner then. Let's cross back to Antwerp and our commentators Phil Yates and Jim White.
Welcome back, John Higgins and Jimmy White.
Two each at the interval, but there's little doubt who'll be feeling the happier with that. John Higgins, the 18-year-old Scot, looked a certainty to go 3-1 down when White was 3-1 in front. When White was 31 in front, I should say, in the 4th frame.
5th frame, Jimmy White to break.
But White missed a very simple blue and later in the frame a green. And after fluking the green, a couple of the shots later, Higgins went on to complete a clearance to the black. So that's how it stands. 2 frames all and everything to play for.
Attempted along red. Gives White the early opportunity here. First frame out of the interval. He's never been behind in this match. He certainly doesn't want to fall behind now.
One. Three.
Although White made those 2 expensive errors in the 4th frame, must be very happy with the way he's cueing.
4. 9.
Well, Jimmy overrun the red just to the left of the pink, so it looks as though he's got one at the bottom of the pack of reds. Needs the rest, however, for this one.
Ten. $15. 16.
Well, this is exactly how White started the first frame. Remember, he made
21.
at 133 clearance, which stands as the highest break of the tournament's televised phase.
22.
And he's got a good angle on this blue, Jim, to take the cue ball into this pack of reds.
Yes, I think he's going to have to, actually.
Foul. 22.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Jimmy White.
Jimmy was forced to
5.
cannon into the
John
reds because there was no reds on. Certainly didn't deserve the in-off.
One.
Great long one from Higgins. I think you'll probably see him touch up to the yellow here.
One. John Higgins.
And he's going to be hoping for a mistake here from White. No difficulty in hitting the reds. But you've always got to be very careful in this sort of situation. Slight miscalculation, you can leave one on for your opponent.
Cleverly judged.
13 ball.
One advantage for Higgins is this touching ball. Means he can manipulate the cue ball into virtually any position he wants in the bulk end of the table.
Well, Jimmy playing that safety with a lot of right hand. Straightening the trajectory of the cue ball as it went back up the table.
White and another snooker player called Higgins, namely Alex, have had some memorable tussles in the past. And this is turning into an enthralling battle as well.
1.
Well, again, white. Very unfortunate where the cue ball's finished.
1, Jimmy White.
After a good long red, I'm sure he felt that he deserved a lot better. He certainly kept the initiative with the safety stroke.
With so many reds close together, the escape wasn't all that difficult, but certainly leaving white in a safe position. That was an entirely different proposition.
Great shot that from Jimmy.
1.
Because of the proximity of the white and red, he had to be careful not to play a push shot. It's always difficult to judge the angle to cut the ball into the pocket as well.
Eight.
Well, obviously with the black spot being covered and the pink spot open, Jimmy just needed the cue ball to travel a couple more inches and he would have left that red on.
Eight, Jimmy White.
Well, that's a candidate for one of the worst safety shots of the tournament so far. Could have left Higgins with a much easier shot, though.
Well, the Higgins miss won't pay dividends for white either.
Going to be very difficult for Higgins to get this cue ball back into bulk. That was about the best he could have hoped for.
Great red into the yellow ball pocket. Offers Jimmy yet another chance.
Green ball.
And I wonder what John Higgins thinks of that pot. It's that ability to make something out of nothing which has taken white up into into the very top echelon of the game.
Well, Jimmy, I'm sure, had his heart in his stomach there.
10, Jimmy White.
Black covers the red over the top left-hand pocket is where you look.
Well, Phil, I don't think John's traveled far enough with the white. He's left this red on.
One.
The kind of nudges that these top professionals dream about. First off the two reds, then off the blue.
6. Seven.
Good shot with the rest. Just the right side of the blue.
12.
The lead to 47 points. That now 48
13.
Means John needs a snooker on the remaining two reds.
$18. 19.
A few early mistakes from both players in this frame. Undoubtedly the most
26.
scrappy of the match so far.
27.
I'm sure White won't be too concerned about that. Very important that he regained the lead.
34.
And a great positional shot.
36. 39. 43.
And John Higgins is giving the world number 3 quite a tussle, but he's yet to get his nose in front.
48. 48, Jimmy White, and the
Jimmy
frame.
White is back in front. A 48 break, good enough to win frame 5, and he now leads John Higgins by 3 frames to 2.
You're watching Sky Sports.
So Jimmy White re-establishes a lead. He leads John Higgins now by 3 frames to 2. Willie Thorne, big frame coming up.
Yeah, John Higgins really must win this frame. It's going to be very, very difficult to come from 4-2 behind against somebody like Jimmy White. Jimmy's going to be back in control now. I mean, that was a big 4th frame that he lost. Really was important for him to win that frame, otherwise John Higgins would have got the tail between his legs. So I think it's back to favourite Jimmy White at the moment.
Okay, frame 6. Let's go back to Antwerp now and Phil Yates and Jim White.
Well, Jim, after losing the 4th frame in such frustrating circumstances, missing that blue and then the green, I'm sure Jimmy White's quite relieved to go 3-2 ahead.
I'm quite sure you're right, Phil. Probably used the break to the best of his advantage. Went straight to his dressing room. I'm sure both players collecting themselves and reestablishing in their mind their immediate goals here this evening.
Great pot and
1.
nearly as good a kiss.
Black wiped its feet before entering the pocket.
9.
And how quickly this has turned into an opportunity for white. Thanks in part to a great long red.
$16.
Didn't want to be this near the side cushion. No problem though.
17.
And Higgins watches the whirlwind in action.
$22. $23.
For pure entertainment, there's really none in the world better.
$28.
Break looks to be ending at 28.
$28. Jimmy White.
White and Higgins have only played once before. That was 9 months ago at the corresponding stage of the British Open in Derby. And although Higgins extended White, he eventually went down to a 5-3 defeat.
Unwanted middle knuckle there. Offers Higgins the opportunity at this red. It looks as it will pass by the black. There you see it. In the background, the ever watchful eye of the referee, John Street,
1.
ensuring no fouls were committed. That's worked out well for Higgins. Finished nicely on the black. He's been able to peg White back
8.
in every instance that he's gone down the odd frame.
9.
I wonder if this will be any different.
White's done the majority of break building in this match so far.
16.
Of course, the 133 he made in the first frame, the highlight. Higgins' only contribution
17.
of note, a decisive 56 in the second frame, but he's certainly got a clear-cut opportunity here.
$24. $25.
Nice shot and nice control on the white. Given the position of the reds.
33.
See no reason why young Higgins couldn't continue on with this break. In so doing, play himself into a frame-winning position.
40.
Higgins is a very friendly, unassuming personality, but he's also got a fierce competitive spirit.
48.
He's a terrific young fella, and more often than not the brunt of a lot of his friends' jokes back at his club in Stirling.
John Higgins.
Well, Jim, that was a virtual action replay of the blue that Jimmy White missed in the fourth frame when he was in command.
Break stopping at 49, a 21-point advantage. Higgins will have been far from happy from that result. And Jimmy White, quick to take advantage of that miss. Looks like a red into the yellow pocket now.
Vital shot coming up.
Yes, a cannon into either blue or pink, ideally. That's perfect. Develops both reds with that shot.
16.
That black taking Jimmy into the lead again, albeit only by 3 points.
25.
This has to be a trying time for young Mr. Higgins.
32.
Jimmy is really making him pay for his misses.
White's lead 11 points. That means just yellow, green and brown required to leave Higgins needing a snooker.
34.
And that's a big help for White because that blue being so close to the pink,
37.
by no means easy to get a position on. Well, it's such a good play with the rest. Normally you'd think that he was going to pot that 99 times out of 100, but obviously the pressure of the situation, that's the only thing you can put that one down to.
Foul 4.
Well, that was a monstrous kick. I think they heard that all the way back to Scotland.
Yes, I think we should ring the Guinness Book of Records up for that one. What an explosion.
21 points. Sorry, 20 points in it right now. So still Higgins able to take this frame with brown, blue, pink, and black. There, Jimmy just ensuring to get the brown past the middle.
Good reply from Higgins, keeping the pressure firmly on.
Well, anxious moments from White, but don't know if he's left this brown. Certainly looks like a fine clip into the center. There you can see it, not much pocket there.
That really is where luck comes in. White's been leading a charmed life. As soon as Higgins makes a mistake on the brown, he leaves it on.
4. Four, Jimmy White.
How's that for judgment? Out of a snooker, and he returns the favor to White.
With the benefit of hindsight, Jim, maybe Higgins would have been much better to play the snooker behind the black when he tried to double the brown.
.24 points, so if John gets a chance, he may attempt to take this blue off the table. That meaning that 19 points the difference.
5.
Just one snooker and he can attain a draw.
Five.
That was a great effort.
John Higgins.
White content, of course, to roll the pink over the pocket.
Six in the frame.
The pink
Jimmy White.
finally disappears. White misses frame ball brown, but gets another chance. And he's now 2 ahead with 3 to play. Jimmy White 4, John Higgins 2.
You're watching Sky Sports.
White has just broken off in the 7th frame. He requires 1 more to reach the semi-finals. to order now for Higgins. He needs the remaining 3 to progress into a best of 11 frame match against his fellow 18-year-old Ronnie O'Sullivan.
That safety shot. The red nearest the blue is on.
One.
And now it's gone.
And I've just got the feeling, Jim, that
6.
after surviving a few anxious moments in the 6th frame,
7.
White will make the most of this.
He can't even bear to look. Two.
Deserved a ripple of applause because White's cueing was severely hampered by that red.
$20. $21.
Develops the red near the cushion. So all he has to do now is just drop this blue in.
$26. $27.
Not quite the pace in the cue ball he intended.
That's a nice shot.
34.
Control the white and maintain position. Even though he's bridging over the reds.
35.
Just had to drop that one in. Now he's got a nice angle on the black.
$42. 43.
Making very short work of
49.
this.
50.
50 break and just over 3 minutes in duration.
$57.
Don't think White's been overly fortunate there. Still a very
57.
healthy lead.
Jimmy White.
Rush of blood there, Jim.
Yes, I think it was forced into taking that on because he couldn't see the right-hand side. Jimmy just tossing his towel in the air there. That probably tells us that that plant could be on that John is eyeing up.
One. $6. 7.
The nails aren't in the coffin of this young Scot yet.
The four reds at the top of the table, so nicely positioned that you've got to think well ahead
14.
to what he needs to do to complete the clearance. Minor problems in the shape of the red, which is causing him a few bridging problems at the moment, and also on the other side of the table, the green.
Twenty. 21. 27. 28.
'Well, John's going to want to leave himself an angle here on a
34.
color to try and achieve good position on that red nearest the yellow.
35.
As he left himself a little too straight on this black, from which to get too close. He's certainly taking a lot of time, so that would lead me to believe that he is very straight on the black.
Foul. 35. John Higgins. 6. Jimmy White.
Obviously wanted the position more than the 7 points that he would have been guaranteed by taking on the easy black. 28 points now the difference. So White just requires this red, and Higgins will need a snooker.
John there raising the butt of the cue to spin the white around yellow and blue. With a 28-point difference, Jimmy just requires this last red. He's going to have a lot of trouble getting it here.
Yes, this is a very tough escape.
Foul 5. John Higgins.
5 points, but more importantly, Higgins can pot the red.
One.
By potting the yellow, Higgins reduces his deficit to just 20 points. That
3.
means he requires all 6 colours.
Five. Eight.
Another good shot under pressure from Higgins, just 4 pots away from staying alive.
Twelve.
Well, young Higgins showing us the type of character that he possesses. He's knocked the black into a little bit of a safer position.
$17.
Certainly given himself the angle to stun across from pink to black.
John Higgins.
Well, he elected instead to play the cannon onto the black. And that might have just wavered his concentration enough for him to miss the pink.
White still 6 points up, so he just requires the pink. Higgins needs the 2.
Well, Jimmy had a half-hearted go at that. Obviously screwing the white to try and keep it on the black ball cushion.
I think that will be John Higgins' last shot in the 1993 European Open.
6, the frame and the match.
There was a little bit of a struggle towards the end. Jimmy White didn't play his best in the second half, but he wins the 7th frame on the pink. And Jimmy White beats John Higgins by 5 frames to 2.
You're watching Sky Sports.
Jimmy White beats John Higgins by 5 frames to 2 and now plays Ronnie O'Sullivan in what should be a cracking semi-final. And Willie Thorne, it was really a case of the elder statesman triumphing over the young up-and-coming star.
Yeah, we saw a lot of inexperience tonight from John Higgins, but he's going to improve 100% from the experience he's gained tonight. This time next year, he might have won that match today.
OK, but tonight it was Jimmy White who's won it, and right now he's talking to Phil Yates.
Well, Jimmy, you must be very pleased with that result.
Yeah, I was pleased to win 5-2. I missed quite a few game balls, really. I didn't feel under pressure. I just felt sort of not tuned in good enough, you know. But John Higgins is a great player. I've got a lot of respect for him. Even though he's only a kid, he's, you know, a top-class player. So, you know, I was very wary of how I was playing. But it was very strange. I felt good when I was in the balls, but I missed so many sort of, you know, game shots. I was quite pleased to win in the end, yeah.
Tremendous start, that 133 break, the highest of the televised phase so far. You must obviously be delighted to get off to a start like that.
Yeah, John potted a long red and he got a black and then he missed an easy red. I don't know what happened there. And, you know, I got 133. I got a 140. Stayed in there, you know, I thought John was going to clear up then. He potted... He cleared up, he potted the blue and he missed an easy pink. I think he played a cannon on the black, which if he looks back on it, I think he'd play on the black in future. So, yeah, I was pleased to have won it from 5-2. I thought it was going to go 4-3, but I was lucky enough, I won 5-2.
Yes, John Higgins, one of the new breed of players. You must have been impressed by him.
Yeah, I'll keep backing him all year. You know, he's an excellent player. He's in the O'Sullivan mould, and Peter Ebden, you know, they've all come through. There's about 5 or 6 of them, you know, like, they're knocking at the door, you know, so I was very wary of him, and he plays with Hendry all the time, so he's improving all the time.
And now, of course, Ronnie O'Sullivan in the semi-final. I hope you don't mind me reminding you that last year he took only 51 minutes to beat you, 5-1 in the last 64. Obviously, he's a man on form.
Thanks a lot, Phil. Yeah, he's very good. You know, I love watching him play. You know, he's a terrific kid. I just, you know, if I play my game, you know, I fancy I'll win. So I just tunnel myself for that.
And I know it's still 4 months away, but any thoughts on the World Championship?
Yeah, you know, I'm looking. There's the Benson Edges and Regal Welsh happening before the championships, and the Irish Benson Edges. So there's a few tournaments, but my main goal obviously is the World Championship. So I'll be punching for that.
Well, congratulations tonight, Jimmy.
Cheers, Phil.
Jimmy White, who this evening has reached a place in the semi-finals of the European Open by beating John Higgins by 5 frames to 2. Let's just confirm that semi-final lineup for you. And, well, what a pair of matches they are. Ronnie O'Sullivan against Jimmy White. That's tomorrow evening, best of 11 frames. Tomorrow afternoon, it's the world champion Stephen Hendry against the former world champion John Parrott. It really could not have worked out any better, could it? So that's the situation. Willie Thorne, Jimmy tonight, I thought, far more impressive than he was against Martin Clark in the previous round, and he really did look his old self at times. Yeah, brilliant long potting.
That's right. We saw a lot of great snooker from Jimmy White, but we also, like he said in his interview, saw a lot of lackadaisical shots, which could prove very expensive against Ronnie O'Sullivan. He's definitely more experienced, Ronnie O'Sullivan, than John Higgins at the moment, and as I said before, John Higgins is going to definitely be a force to be reckoned with in the next season.
Jimmy will have been disappointed to go in at the interval at 2 apiece, but he came out looking particularly determined, and he was straight amongst the balls again with a couple of terrific pots in the next frame.
Yeah, he's just so unbelievable, Jimmy. He's never the same twice, you know. I mean, he plays so many careless shots, but we see here a shot where most players would have run off the reds and trying to get in behind the yellow, but Jimmy decides to play this really attacking shot, the red into the top left-hand pocket. But he's playing it in such a way that he's getting the white near the side cushion, which means that if he did happen to miss it, he's got a very, very good chance of getting safe. Of course, we see him playing it here with a lot of stun. And in it goes, and of course he's still not absolutely perfect on the colour. The green is potable, but he's really dug into this green, and he plays these screw shots, probably, along with Neil Foulds, he's probably got the best power game in our professional snooker game at the moment, and he's played that to perfection, and that was virtually end of frame.
And that's why it's always a full house when Jimmy White's in action.
Absolutely.
We have a couple of mouth-watering semi-finals in prospect, don't we? Let's start with that one, Willie. Ronnie O'Sullivan and Jimmy White. I mean, it's something they should be playing big money to see that. It's
I mean, on current form,
prospect.
we've possibly got the best 4 players in the world playing in the semi-finals on current form. Steve Davis obviously be at home now, won't necessarily agree with that, but Steve's not the player he was last season. He's got new cue at the minute, and that's giving him a few problems, I think. But on current form, we've got the best 4 players in the world, and this match tomorrow night, I mean, I'm just really looking forward to sitting here and watching it. You know, I mean, they're 2 great players. I think it's best of 11, and I'll be very surprised if it takes more than 2 hours, even if it goes 6-5 on the black.
That could be the match of the season so far, couldn't it, really?
Absolutely. And the other semi-final as well. I mean, Stephen Hendry and John Parrott. John Parrott's actually got a good record against Stephen Hendry, so that's by no means a foregone conclusion.
And Stephen Hendry hasn't looked to be absolutely at his best.